And we're back.
Candle out.
All right, so
No one heard that.
what do you guys want to do with this information?
Cry.
Sanctify.
Contemplate a lot of life choices.
Go for snacks.
Does somebody have some way to sanctify or consecrate or
Nope.
I have
desecrate?
none of those spells. I could try to channel positive energy on it and see what happens.
Should
Ooh.
we try and get help from the temple?
I'm 100% sure we're going to try to get help. from
Maybe
the
you should
temple.
get right up in the center of it and attempt to channel energy.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do you want to do that?
Academically, I do. However, I'd like to continue playing this character, and I'm not willing to risk her just to talk about a bit. We're still at night, or are we during day?
It's still the night, yeah.
I think we need to sleep on this and then get somebody from the temple in the morning to take a look at this.
Is it okay for us to just leave it alone like this?
It's not doing anything as it stands now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
it's being hella
well,
creepy.
We have somebody coming from the temple once it's officially our property.
That's true. We can throw a tarp down over it if it's bothering people. We can go to the Tarps R Us store.
Get a 70 by 70 foot tarp.
Yeah. They got him.
So during this whole time that we took 20, did the blood?
The blood
continue?
has not moved
Oh,
any
okay.
further. Nope.
Why don't we just burn the blood that's there?
You want to try that?
No, I just... If somebody had like a clean cantrip, I would say let's try that. That way it removes the blood.
Do you want to try
I don't
that,
even know what that
Zug? You
What's
got?
a cantrip?
Sure.
Okay. You
I'll
can
try and
you can attempt to prestidigitate it clean.
Alright,
Give me a concentration check.
Power word kill.
I think that's what's going to happen if we get it to function.
Explosive runes.
Ah, that too.
Now you've
Where's
already read them.
concentration?
Yeah. It's on your spells tab, right above your spells known. Oh, nice. Yeah. So you can manage to clean the blood out with no problems.
Did something seem like it was trying to affect me in some way?
So what happens
Can I
is
do
you
that?
start like using the cantrip clean, and you can feel like the spell only seems to be like pulling like a drop out at a time. So you kind of feel like you have to focus a little harder on it than you normally would to get it to pull up what it's supposed to be able to clean in terms of its normal efficiency.
Do I know like what might be causing that?
There, you know, it has to be some kind of protective magic, but you already kind of know that from your earlier check. You assume there's got to be some kind of protective magic. You just don't know what.
Okay.
All right. So is the plan to rest and discuss things in the morning, or do you want to finish discussion about the other stuff now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was thinking that that we should just wait till we get the guy coming in after we've taken the place over.
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
All right. So who's resting in what room here?
I'm resting in that room I've been using.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna sleep upstairs in the front room area.
So in the bar, or in
Yeah.
the place with the
Well,
beds.
Oh, I forgot. There's all those beds. I'll pick a bed that seems as far away from that glyph as possible.
Okay. I feel like I just lost Meg.
Ba weep Quran.
She's still in the room
Mini bar.
upstairs.
I know, I can't see her mini because I've got you guys over top of it. The way I have this set up is somewhat annoying. Because at least in this building. All right. There she is. Okay.
There I am.
So you're staying.
I'll go
You're gonna
with-
sleep on the floor in the bar.
No, I forgot that there were all the rooms with beds. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a room with a bed that
Okay.
is, you know, as far away from the glyph as possible.
Okay. Can I have everybody move to where they're gonna rest? Whitney, if it's hard for you to move, I can move you to one of the rooms.
I'm trying to find myself.
You are in the middle. I'll put you in the middle of the room.
Oh, white. What's that in my room?
Huh? Oh, that's what's her name?
Oh, okay.
That I've forgotten the name of because I didn't name the mini, so I have to go back through my notes to get her name.
I'm in the middle of a room?
You're in the middle of the room with all the couches.
Oh my god, I'm
So
tiny.
there's a room to the north. There's a room to there's 2 rooms to the east, and 1 to the west.
I'm just
That
gonna
one's
go.
empty, right?
Yeah.
Not letting me move myself.
Oh,
there.
you can't. You have to move through doors
I did.
when you're moving. So okay. Meg, Harcourt is in that room.
Ah,
I'll move.
Thanks,
You can move into the room below it.
there's somebody in this room.
The one below it? No.
This one I'm at right now.
Now I see you move over there. At least I saw you, and now you've become invisible
I'm
again.
trying
to
to
my
jump
screen.
on the bed.
Why don't I see you?
I'm on the bed in the room I'm in.
I also do not see.
I know. Hold on.
Here,
This is
I
where
moved
the-
myself off the bed.
I see you. Okay. No, there's no one in that room. This where
What
the
is?
switch is.
I feel kind of silly. What is this here? I can't tell.
There is a chase in each of the rooms as well.
Wow. Look at how gigantic this bed is compared to.
I know you disappear when you put your figure on that bed
I-
because of how small your bed is compared to you.
Yeah, I
She's
can.
actually
I can.
crawling underneath the bed.
Yeah. Okay. So let us see what happens in the evening.
Probably something good.
Her name's Miriam.
Oh, good recall. Did you have it written down, or did you
Thank you.
suddenly remember?
No, I got it written down.
Yeah, I've got it
Oh,
written down
I was
over
like,
here. I
wow,
just
that's
have to
good.
go through my notes to find it.
It's like that's a good memory.
Meg.
Of course he's gonna remember Miriam.
I try to remember all the women I've ever been with.
To all the girls I've loved
I don't even
before.
bother.
Then I get them tattooed on my chest.
Anyway. Oh, I said
Like
Brandon.
Rosie right there on my chest.
Yeah.
So Meg,
Rosie on my chest, they
you
call me
are-
her.
you are laying in that room.
Thank you, Charles.
Somebody's got to know a Dion in the Belmont.
Give me a perception, Meg. As
Can
you're
I see
starting
anything
to
beyond this
to
bag?
rest. Yeah. You can see a little ways, right? Because you've got what is it? You've got 20 feet of vision.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah,
I've got
you can actually see out to the chase.
Okay. Giving you a perception.
Okay. So you can see in the room that there is a dark silhouette that seems to be moving around in the room towards the bed.
Great. I'm gonna pull out my bedside holy symbol, hold it aloft. See what happens.
As the figure gets closer and closer to you,
Mm-hmm.
you can see like a pair of eyes start to trace in the shape of the silhouette,
Mm-hmm.
and then a mouth slowly traces into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Meg, I was wondering if you had some kitten jerky I could borrow.
Well done. I wish it was that. Oh, I'm all out.
Are you Meg?
I want to match your voice and ruin the mood. I am. Yes, I am Meg. Wait, that came out way more masculine.
It's
I
okay.
am Meg.
The whole room starts to get darker, and objects in the background start to disappear. Mag, I've got bad news for you. You were abandoned. You're unwanted. Even the party doesn't like you. You get in their way all the time. Just a nuisance, Meg.
You're so cruel, vile spirit.
You should just give up and leave, Meg.
Maybe I should throw myself in the machine downstairs and start it up.
Maybe you should, Meg. Why don't you give me a will save?
You suck. Megan her sarcasm problem.
All right. You are not going to sleep well. You will be fatigued for tomorrow. And you will take 1 point of damage as you find yourself in the basement the following morning, with blood spilling out of your wrists.
Wait, what was that last part?
With blood spilling out of her wrist.
Can I go check on her?
You can in the morning when you can find her.
Don't worry. My screams will wake you all up. But they
Well,
won't,
you don't scream
not.
until you wake up.
That's true. I do the Simpsons scream when you wake up kind of thing.
Yes.
Ah!
So everybody can rush down and find that Meg is freaking out on the floor in the giant machine, or around the giant machine, and more blood is kind of spilling in and etching out the area around the machine.
Man, for someone who doesn't like demons and devils, you sure went through a lot of trouble to start trying to summon
happened?
them.
Are you okay?
Meg, you will also not regain any of your spell points for today.
I was visited by a spirit, and somehow I ended up down here with my wrists slashed.
Can I help you clean up?
Yes.
Are you in pain?
Yeah.
I'm
And I'm
sorry.
exhausted.
I
I feel
bet.
like I ran a marathon.
We should get you some coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Try that sigil.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to my room to see if there's any, like, signs of anything, or...
Mm-mm. What are you gonna do to look around for them?
I'm gonna do a spot hidden, because this is Call of Cthulhu. I have no clue. I guess I'll just take a gander.
Okay.
Nothing, just a straight up perception.
Yeah, you can give me straight up perception. There doesn't seem to be anything in the room. Your door is open. And it was like when you arrived.
I'm gonna try to remember where I saw the specter at.
It was like coming from an area where like there is a closet in the wall.
It came out of that closet over there in the wall.
Well, we don't want you sleeping in here anymore.
Yeah. Should we open
the closet door is not ajar.
No, it's a closet door.
As soon as I said it, I was like, okay, who's gonna get the joke? Who's gonna go for the joke on that one? Well, okay, so let's ready our weapons. I'll ready my holy symbol.
Okay.
I'm gonna shake a little, because I'm a little scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm little.
Prepare my
and
burning
I'm scared.
hands.
Okay.
And I'm gonna open the closet door.
Inside there are a lot of outfits for a medium-sized woman.
It's in the outfits, burning hands.
What type of outfit?
Okay. Are you really unleashing the burning hands? Because
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I wanted
gonna
to see
start
if
a
there was
fire.
something on
I'm gonna need somebody to deal with the fire that Zug just started in the building.
Hold on, I need to drag out my burning hand
Yep.
template since I have it.
I'll
so-
I'll put it out here. I'll put it out where it would be. So yeah, this room is on fire. Not to be confused with the sex being on fire.
My mind went there too.
How do we put out a fire? Is that like a special
This
skill?
room is lit.
Somebody can use some create water if they've got some create water.
Who has create? I'm just gonna go to a sink at the bar and fill up
I
a pitcher
don't
of
know,
water.
maybe
That-
Zug's burning hands.
That
on fire.
there's no sink full of water. There's like a couple of things of water, but that's taking you time. The room is
I
burning.
don't have to create water.
Well, we're looking for a new place to live. No water. Time to go.
Is there like a big heavy blanket that we can throw to try?
There's
and tamp it
like
down?
the blankets that are the bed. Somebody might be able to move the blanket, and somebody might be able to move the bed or like rip the sheets off the blanket.
I'll try. What do I gotta do?
Give me a dex check. No, you're like
Really?
fanning the flames at this point.
Oh my god, I have a 17 dex! What the hell?
So how did the party die? See, what had happened was there was this coat full of, and we thought we thought maybe there was a monster there. So just to be safe, one of us set the clothes on fire, and then
The oily clothes, apparently.
yeah.
Are these walls made out of wood?
The floor is made out of wood.
Is
The
that
walls
actually
are
the-
made out of wood. The roof is made out of wood.
Yeah.
Galfine, can you try throwing the blankets down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Galfine.
I mean, I thought it was stone, so that's why
No, I mean the floor.
went through it.
The
but-
basement. The basement is stone. So the basement and that machine will be left.
Can I try throwing the blanket onto the fire?
Sure. Give me a dex
Get
check.
out of this room before the blankets all
Yep.
catch fire. Is there attempting to beat it out?
All right. You'll actually manage to like rope in the fire, and
Yeah.
start beating down the flames, and the fire subsides.
Thank you, Galfine, for cleaning up Zug's mess.
Great job, Galfine.
Well, is it really
Fine.
Zug's mess? Because, you know, Meg said there was said something he burned out in the closet, so.
I'm not even
You
mad
didn't
at
have
them.
to burn down the closet.
Hey, you know what? This place sucks.
Okay. This wall, by the way, that separates the bedroom from the bathroom is basically toast. So
Now I have easy access.
Well, now
to
it's
the
an
bathroom.
ensuite.
I should do it this way because it's like burnt like that. So there's like a giant burnt hole in the. Or no, it was by. I'm sorry. Yeah, the closet was over here. The bathroom is on the other side. So they're kind of. It's now kind of like a closet adjoined to a bathroom.
Yeah,
Totally normal.
more space. It kind of
it's
opens
more
up the
handicap-
room.
It's more handicap accessible now.
There you go. Well done. More handicap accessible. Well, that'd have been great if there was something in there. You know what I mean? If there's something there, you really would have got him.
No, it just comes running out screaming on fire.
Yeah, that'd have been pretty cool. Oh well.
What was it? An oil slug? What?
It was an inflammable monster for some reason.
Well, I mean, the idea here is this is a place that's filled with demons, and Zug's reaction to demons is to spray them with fire.
I'm not.
Well, it wasn't described as a demon, though.
It was described as clothes. And a wall. And a door.
Described as clothes. Is it flammable? Let's find out.
Anybody?
Yeah,
who
I mean,
played older edition-
I think that Zug probably would have not ended up doing that with his intelligence, based on the fact that it was not stone like I thought for the building.
No,
But,
but you were woken up by screams, so let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm willing to play it out as that because it was a heat of the moment, like, foolishness thing.
I kind of like it.
Zug saw wrong. He had it ready. He's been like itching to use a burning hands for a while, and just like Hadouken!
I feel like as somebody that has played enough First Ed and been trapped by lurkers and traptors and all these kind of things that, you know, look like pieces of clothes, you know, I think you were just checking for mimics.
Yeah, one of those outfits could have been a hidden lurker.
Exactly. A cloaker. You don't know. Maybe you saved all of us, Zug.
Let's
At
go
least the
with that.
building...
I like that idea.
At least the building didn't burn down. I consider this a win. So,
I thought it would have been great. You guys burned down the whole building. The only thing left is the giant evil altar that's down there with the giant soul-sucking machine.
See, and our name on the property.
Yep.
so we couldn't help but notice your giant soul-sucking evil machine in the middle of your vacant lot there.
Which you unlawfully demolished.
Well, we did it to cover up a murder.
Well, that sounds like arson.
We didn't even get our money for the building that we burned because we hadn't finished the paperwork yet.
Oh my god.
All right, so who wants to go get a drink?
It's 9 a.m. Just
So-
a reminder.
On the list of things we have to do, add plumbing.
Yeah.
Possibly some form of sprinkler system.
Wait,
Uh,
how come there aren't sinks at the bar that have water, but there are bathrooms?
That is a simple question. You can have flushable plumbing that has to be reset with buckets of water. You're in a low income area, so if you want to reset the plumbing system, you need to refill the water basin that flushes the toilets.
Where do we get the water from in the first place?
You have to go out and get water from either the well or from one of the reservoirs.
Oh man.
Or you have to use a create water system that might be somewhere.
If we flood
We
the
gotta go
basement-
down to the well. I
what
feel
if
like
we flood the basement.
we're in Little House of the Prairie. We gotta
Well,
go
there's-
down to the.
So going to a well would require you to go to the Stonefist area anyway.
Oh.
The only place you're really going to be able to find water on the cheap is maybe somewhere that has a permanent create water device set up. But this place, it was never really installed. They never really needed to have a full water setup because it was being run by people who were partially evil priests that were demons that had access to the ability to create water when necessary. Not a 5th level party that does not have access to a 1st level spell.
Hey, I'm gonna go out and learn that spell now. That's like today's.
Can we get a wand of create water?
That's like today's lesson.
You
how
can
to
get a
create
decanter of
water.
endless.
Decanter of endless water.
Yeah.
I almost said we're not in the right tier for that.
All right.
Where would we purchase a decanter of endless water? Do we know where to?
There's
Get
lots of places you can purchase one of those.
Endless decanters are us.
Buy 11, get the 12th one free. Decanter of endless water city.
Maybe a Bed Bath and Beyond.
I think you're already at the Beyond.
I think it would be called G-Oldie, Bed Bath and Beyond.
No, it's Bed Bath, Beyond.
Yeah. All right, let's go buy a decanter of endless water then. Maybe 2.
Okay.
And put one in every room.
Set it on geyser mode. Just fucking watch this fucking place away.
So now we have
Fucking
dry
hate this
rot.
place. All right. All right, we're going to Ye Olde Magic Shop.
Okay. Yeah, you
first
guys can shop around and pick up a decanter of endless water. I believe they're like 1,800 gold.
I want to tell the temple that we discovered a very large rune that is a mix of, just so you know what they're getting into. is a mix of abyssal and undercommon, and that it is trying to get itself filled with blood.
Oh god, these are actually really expensive. Decanter of Endless Water is 9,000 gold.
Yeah, let's go to the temple first.
Yeah, let's go to the temple first.
We
I
don't
still got
wanna
9,000
borrow
gold.
the decanter of endless water.
How much would indoor plumbing cost us?
Indoor plumbing does not exist in Akunsaunt. Technology is not imported into Akunsaunt.
So yeah, we're gonna, if we want to bring water to this, it's gonna be either I can learn how to create water, which I probably need to do anyway.
The temple is, well, they are nervous about this information that you brought them. They tell you they don't know much about the circumstance. If this is undercommon related, though, they can tell you that most certainly the goblins, somebody within the goblins, will know something about it.
I'm like, and I look at one of our, I'm like, we have two goblins. I have two goblins.
Yes, but perhaps they don't spend much time down in the tunnels. Somebody who might know a little more.
Steve, have you ever tried to learn a new prayer as a priest in Pathfinder?
No, I don't actually know that you can.
I don't think I can. Huh.
I think that is part of... I think oracles are just like sorcerers, and that you get the spells that you get, and that is it.
Just shit out of luck.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just never have it. Anyway.
No more closets full of clothing being burning hands.
Yeah.
That new rule, guys. New rule. No more burning hands, closets full of clothing.
Agreed.
I can't do that anyway, so.
Well, then you won't have to worry about violating that rule.
I'm just going to say yet. The way things are going, it may happen. All right. Well, do you have any recommendations? Because I kind of freaked out. I'm talking to the person I'm talking to at the temple.
Okay. We'd like to be able to expedite the ability to get down there and take a look at things, but at the moment, our hands are tied. We've already, with some of the rest of the stuff we pushed forward, especially with the investigation in the creature that you brought us, we're nervous about crossing any additional lines as far as the law is concerned. House Rurik has been starting a number of formal investigations into some of what we've been asking questions about. They're starting to think we might have information that they are entitled to know. And at some point, they're going to be correct.
Okie dokie. Well, there goes that. Well, what do you guys want to do? We want to buy a decanter of endless water for 9,000?
Yeah, particularly.
Yeah, we might need to make some money first.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go on a quest.
Yep.
You have leads to follow.
Let's follow up on some leads and get out of this place. That seems to be doing some harm to my psyche.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much gotta wait to do too much to get the place back up and running. So, we got time to spend right now.
Well, is there anything we had super poppin' that we need to follow up on? I'm sure that's what Meg would say.
Well, we did, but then Meg ran away from it.
I'm sorry. I'm just not myself these days.
How long is it gonna be before the priest from the temple can look into the glyph?
So the soonest that it could be is the 20 or is the 5th. So the soonest it could be is the 2nd, so about 7 days out from today.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of stuff we can do. So whatever we were following up on before I derailed us, I apologize. Let's get back to work and stay away from this joint as much as possible. So what do you guys want to do?
Anybody have the list from right before we came in, took this place over?
The list.
Yeah, we had 4 different things we could do, and we decided to go after the demons at this, and then we took over the building.
But we were supposed to be finding some stuff for what's his name.
Yeah, the
Oh, the shopping list? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, we got to do the thing for the devil to take and get from the demons till we can get the thing for the ring so we can go to bother the goblins. That's when you left.
yeah, that was the thing when Meg ran away.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's off the table for the moment.
Unless you want to follow up on what a devil is requesting of you.
Why are we following up on because I was not here in
The devil knows where the other ring is, but he can't get access to it. He needs the party to follow up on a lead that he has in order for the party to attempt to get the ring. He's agreed that if the party can acquire the other ring, and they can bring him the Rod of the Goblin King, or at least get the Rod of the Goblin King, he will release the other ring. Or I don't think you had to get that far. Hold on.
Now, we had to go disrupt the goblins. That would allow us
Right.
to get the Rod of the Goblin King. That would give us both rings. Once we have both rings and the Rod of the Goblin King, we have 2/3 of the list. Oh, then all we need is a multicolored gem that James T has.
Okay. So we got to go disrupt the goblins. Is that correct?
Yeah, but we're gonna need one of the rings to do it.
And so do we have to find a ring, right?
Yes, and that's what the lead the devil is giving you is. If you start working to make a deal if you can get a deal started with the high-end liquor distributor, that person knows where the other ring is.
Yep.
He is one of the demons working within the group and facilitating the connections necessary.
And if we get to him, the devil will help us deal with that guy.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I said.
And this is why I felt like Meg would have a morality issue, because it is working with evil to work with evil to get to beat evil, but also empower evil.
What you thinking, Meg?
I'm thinking I want to go home and cry.
Yeah, you're having lots of feelings today.
It's a tough day.
Especially with as tired as you are at this point.
I just want to go back to my room and soak in a bath and go to sleep for a day.
Help rejuvenate yourself.
Yeah. I feel like I've been visited by hell.
In one way or another.
Do you want to go talk to this wine merchant guy? Wine merchant demon?
It's part of the deal with the devil.
And everybody else is on board with this, or?
If we're gonna start a bar, we need better liquor than what we got.
But we also need that ring, right?
Yeah, we were promised that the wine is not the demon wine. Also.
All right, let's go do this. Fuck it. Let's go do this.
Okay, so make a note here, guys. We are not to mention where we are from not mention this place. Do not mention the name of this place. It would be bad for us. Do not tell anybody where this place is located. These are caveats.
What is the business name that you are using to reach out to this contact?
We are opening up a Chili's.
Shouldn't it be like
And
Face
where are we
puncher?
opening it? Because we can't say this place.
face puncher?
Face puncher.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
very
boxing
funny.
ring with alcohol.
Fasipoon. It's French.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
I thought we were trying to go a little upscale on the booze, no?
Yes, we are.
So does face puncher sound like a upscale?
It's very trendy, actually.
Sounds like a Buffalo Wild Wings that went out of business.
Have you been to face punchers? My black eye says I had a good time.
Anybody else have any other ideas, huh?
For a name?
No, I like it.
How about the frightened? How about the terrified gnome?
Again, does not sound like upscale liquor.
No.
Hey, let's call the place Upscale Liquor.
You know what? I like it. I like it. Upscaled liquor. Upscale liquor. Let's call it.
How's that spelled, James? I mean, Harcourt.
Upscale Liquor.
So is it
Oh, I thought there was a double entendre there.
UPSCALELICKHER?
But we're not mentioning the name of this place
Uh,
or where it is located.
so
No, if you want,
if you're looking to set up a connection with a distributor of any sort, you're going to need to present a name for the establishment, and you're going to need to present a, like, what is your business doing to the establishment. No distributor is going to communicate with you without at least those two things, at bare minimum.
Alright,
Actually,
so we
if it
probably
was-
can't do this now. We probably got to wait till we officially own the place in a week.
Well, the devil also said you
Something
can't
like
reference this location, because they know that
We
this
have to
location
make
is supposed
shit
to be run by somebody else.
We have to make stuff up.
So you
I
need
eat
a level of
face
legitimacy, but also a level of falseness.
is there a shitty bar around here we could just pretend is ours and?
Knowledge local.
Yeah, give me a knowledge local.
Who has knowledge local Barty person?
Does once I get to the
I'll let everybody get a roll, and then we'll make the...
Knowledge history.
Oh, wow. Those are some
Well,
pretty
show me
pretty
up
amazing
there.
rolls. Okay, so... Pax, you are aware of a slightly better bar that you had passed by in a different part of Blade territory that was currently unoccupied.
Wow, 31. Holy crap.
You happen to have been walking about town, or you happen to be walking this way at one point, and when you were walking through here, you passed by it on the way. It had, like, boards on it, the sign was out, but it is closer to the slightly more upscale area, not too far away from where Finest Grapes was located.
Okay, what's it called?
It does not have a name. The name has been kind of stripped off the wall.
So we still have
it's
to
just
come
this
up
bar.
with a name.
Absolutely, you still have to come up with.
You
You'd
know
have
what?
to do
We're
it. You'd
gonna
have
call
to
it-
anyway.
I got it for real, guys. Pax's place.
That gives away my identity.
the fancy hobgoblin.
I'd say the fancy fox.
How about the Foxy Fans?
The fox is fancy.
I thought we were just gonna call it upscale liquor.
No.
This
That's
will be
what
the
we're
thing
gonna
that
name
will
our
take the
place.
longest in the campaign.
Ooh, how about the liquor lounge?
All right.
I want to call it Galfines.
No, stop. We're gonna.
I don't even drink.
I'm calling it the liquor lounge.
Meg's whatever of misery. Meg's modicum of misery.
Does anybody have any ranks in knowledge nobility?
No, he didn't want me to.
Oh
take
my
it.
God, Lord Fancy Pants.
Oh, actually, I have one single rank.
Okay.
Hey!
There we go.
So you'll know that the liquor lounge is probably not something that's going to get you a high-end liquor contract.
What about the fancy hobgoblin? That was my suggestion.
No.
What about the ladies' lounge?
How about the ladies' room?
How about La Belle?
Actually, LaBelle would also work, but the ladies' lounge would probably work, actually.
No, that sounds dumb. Let's go with La Belle.
Okay. A nice French word for the belle.
The beauty.
I know.
No, you don't.
I do, actually, because they kept running that stupid commercial. La vie est belle. I had to watch that commercial because of Hulu like 700 times.
So you said French is like Elven, right?
French and Elven are very close in sound. All right, so you have a name. There is a location here that you can use that you know is empty right now. What's the story that you're gonna give?
We're
opening
looking
up
to
a new
open
place.
Up. What's
Okay.
Okay, so it's a relatively simple place. We've been looking to open up a bar, someplace nice, and we saw we saw that location and thought this would be a great place, and we're gonna call it La Belle.
Yeah, we're trying to bring some culture to Blade territory.
Okay. All right. Well, we can.
We see some untapped potential.
We believe that this place will be slated for gentrification once the elevated tracks are finished. So we want to get in on that. Maybe
ground level investing?
Okay, so you're presenting actually a reasonable explanation of why you'd want to do this, which is what you need if you're trying to sell that you're potentially opening up a liquor business and you want somebody to actually engage you like you're serious about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. So what's the problem?
I'm just
I'm
validating what it is that you guys are doing and making sure, like... So who's going to be at the forefront of this lie? Or this salesmanship?
Let's put the diplomat up front.
That would be
whoever has the best
Pax,
bluff,
right?
I think.
That's Pax.
Don't you have all the best?
I have diplomacy, but I don't have bluff. Well, not strong bluff.
What's your
You can diplomatize.
What's your bluff at, Pat?
The problem is that
Total of 3.
So diplomacy does require there not to be dishonesty in it. Diplomacy is like, it's going with the information you have and presenting it in a logical and rational way. Bluffing is about like taking the truth and being able to know when to apply it and when to apply the falsity.
I have a bluff of 4.
I would think Hardcore would have a higher bluff.
It's me. I got a 13.
Yeah.
Damn you,
so
Hardcore! You're making the rest
you're
of us
leading the way.
swinging the breeze, and you're like.
I love how he's like, "Oh yeah, I think you should do it." I can't
Let's
lie.
make Delphine do it.
Intimidate. You're gonna give us some liquor right now. Otherwise, I'm bringing down the scythe on you. That everybody keeps telling me should have been a rancer.
What Delphine would say was, "Or I'm gonna draw a very unflattering portrait of you and hang it in a prominent place. Then I'll hit you with my scythe."
And everybody's gonna love it, and you're gonna look like a fool.
That's right.
Okay. So go. How much of the story do you want to plan out before you make this call?
What do you think, Hardcore? You're the bluff master.
We're just going to be bringing culture to the Blade territory by opening a slightly more upscale establishment.
How do we know each other?
We're adventurers with a lot of gold and not a lot of sense. That works pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, then they'll try and rob us.
Ooh. We are adventure capitalists.
Nice. Yes.
I
We are
mean, I think
adventure
adventurers is scarier than adventure capitalists.
We are adventure capitalists.
Yes, but Harcourt will find some way to fit that in because Harcourt has decided he likes the phrase, and that is what Harcourt does.
It just went in my notes with parentheses, groan.
It's the best line from, what is it, Atlantis? It's from a Disney movie.
Every
and-
time somebody says Atlantis, all I think of is the strip club in Fort Heights.
Oh my god, that's an actual name for a strip club?
That is an actual
Yeah.
name for a strip
Yes.
club.
Ah, wow.
It's completely underwater, which is weird.
Well done. It's like looks like a sunken continent in there.
You know,
Actually,
first
they-
you think it's an aquarium, then it takes out there's naked.
They built Atlantis to look a lot like a large mosque. It's kind of bizarre when you drive past it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, the person I'm dating told me she has had a religious experience where she was speaking in tongues, and I immediately burst out into, was it Atlantean or Hyborian? To total silence. Total silence.
I wouldn't have known what you're talking about.
Oh, that's so good.
I always wanted my religious figures to start speaking out in Hyborian.
Yes, exactly.
Unfortunately, I just keep speaking out in Tien, and I'm like, oh, you're just another communist.
Jesus. No,
Tien is the language from the Pathfinder Society that is their version of Chinese. And I'm making a joke about Chinese communism. It was a joke just really for myself, but
I liked it.
thank you.
I did not laugh at that one.
I know.
I laughed at Charles.
I know. Charles's jokes are often better received than mine, because I tell jokes for myself. Charles tells jokes for other people.
Yeah, I've said it many times. You did the best comic act at the stand-up comics.
It's all right.
It was my
Well, the
favorite
best
of the night.
original act.
No, it was my favorite of the night.
I don't know. I personally like that guy that ran off like 2 minutes after he started.
No,
Both my
no,
sons have done stand-up.
the extremely hateful rant was the best. It was good stuff.
All right, so I think we got our BS, and I think we should just go and get this out of the way.
Okay. So you can reach out to them and give me the spiel that you're giving them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, spiel it. Can you spiel it?
This is not where I'm a Viking. I'll have you know.
That's okay.
Can I give you?
This is where you making your skill check makes up for what it is that you say. But if you use specific words, there is a chance I give you a bonus.
I'd like to bless him in this endeavor because even though it's blasphemous, we need the plus one.
Sure, all of this is going to be at some like indirect proximity.
Mm-hmm.
So you are reaching out to somebody via a messaging system.
Via a messaging system.
Yes, they do not.
Oh, God.
They do not give you a direct face-to-face
Oh Lord!
to start.
Then how does bluff work?
So you are basically you're communicating over like the equivalent of a phone line. It is a verbal messaging system.
Okay.
So they can hear what you're saying, and you will hear what they say in reply.
We're gonna put a letter together, and I'm like, that doesn't
No.
require a bluff. That requires a diplomat.
No.
You're gonna need a letter that it's gotta be notarized, and then we'll need a letter of introduction.
So hello, sir. We are. What was the name of? It was just Epic, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna add to that. We are epic adventure capitalists, and we've been traveling about the territories here, and we've noticed that Blade, while having that certain je ne sais quoi, we feel we could bring some more class to the area, just a little bit more. So we were hoping to open a slightly finer establishment serving the finest spirits and wines we could find, and we were hoping that you'd be able to take and assist us in this, as we've been told that you are one of the finer wineries in the area. You want it?
Yeah.
This is where I'm a Viking.
Remember, you get a +1.
Oh, damn. Fantastic. Well, we do know that that area does tend to be rather filled with a lot of wastes. I would presume then that you're looking for good quantities. You're not just looking to have a few bottles on the shelf that you're eventually going to empty and replace with mostly water or other colored beverages.
Oh, absolutely, of course not. I mean, obviously our first shipments will have to be small, as we won't expect a mass amount of clientele the opening week, but we do expect a very steady uptick in customers once they see what we have to offer. Roll it again?
No, this is still going off for your 26.
Okay.
Yes, I wouldn't expect that you'd want to go in all the way so early. That would make good sense. How established are you so far? Have you drafted up the paperwork yet?
Yes, we have.
Excellent.
We've already begun acquisition requirements.
Well, then we can probably work out an early shipment for you. I can reach you. I can give you the contact information for the center, and if you can have your accountant get us the details of your business, we can set up the necessary contracts to begin a trade arrangement. There will be a little bit of checking into some of the details, but from what I can tell, that location is one that is in a good area, an area we feel like it would be a worthwhile investment to have our deliveries made. And so I think I can happily make the arrangements necessary to sign off on this. Who at this time is your accountant?
Tetris Narenhawk.
Tetris Narenhawk.
Tetris? Do you mean Petrus?
Yeah, Tetris is his nickname.
I'm sorry, I can't pronounce P's.
Ah, okay. I will have this.
Said I cannot pronounce T's.
I will have a courier get the necessary paperwork over to Petrus, and hopefully we can get everything signed and worked out very quickly. I know time is of the essence when you're trying to start up operations, and it's a good idea to be ahead of the game rather than behind it.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
It's out of curiosity, would there be, once we get this contract underway, would there be any chance that we get to tour your facilities? I'd be very interested to not necessarily see company secrets, as it were, but just to get a general feel.
We're not big fans of having people tour our distribution center. It's very important that we keep up security. You never know who's going to try to, with that information, bust in and steal the valuables. So we tend to keep it to the employees. And we tend to make sure that our employees are top-notch employees. Very, very devoted to maintaining secrets.
I understand. Well, thank you. That enhances my confidence in your facilities.
Thank you. Is there any other questions?
associates? No, we don't have any more questions.
No.
Thank you.
The courier should be arriving within the day with the necessary paperwork. If you can make sure your accountant gets them filled out within the same day, we can get things started as quickly as possible.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So when this call ends, you would have had to have made this call from Petrus's because neither your current location, nor obviously the location you're pretending to buy this from, has a device capable of communicating. But Petrus, being a reasonably well-off accountant, does have access to these things. The courier will arrive within about an hour, dropping off the paperwork. Petrus can fill out the paperwork unless the party lawyer would prefer to do it, or at least look it over.
Yeah, there's going to be lies and stuff that we got to put on there. So.
Absolutely. So the two of you can work together to craft this properly. So go ahead and give me your knowledge law, and he will give his as well.
Alright. Where is my character sheet there?
Oh, God. Okay, between the two of you...
Nice 5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Petrus botched as well, so... Between the two of you, you can get it together reasonably well. It's a lot more difficult than you expect, especially since you're trying to... You're kind of trying to make this, like, properly legally filled out, but you're not particularly proficient in forgery. Does anybody have any ranks in forgery?
Nope.
Not me.
Okay. But it is all within the relative and within the realm of legality here. It is your actual business that is attempting to apply to set this up because you need an actual business license to do it. So you'll get everything together and get it sent off.
All right.
So a few hours after that, a few things happen. Is there anything you guys want to do while you're waiting on this, or
grab a meal?
Okay. All right, so you guys can run to get food and discuss some things.
I think that while we're eating, I'm gonna say I think that went well. I feel so tired. So tired. I'm definitely sleeping at my place tonight.
I understand slitting your wrists will do that to you.
I didn't even get the pleasure of doing it. If I'm gonna cry for help, you'd think I'd at least, do it myself.
Yeah, sometimes you're not crying for help, you're just doing it.
That's true.
Sometimes boredom sets in.
Oh my god.
So we're getting snacks?
You're getting a meal. It's been a while. You guys kind of skipped breakfast and rushed out to get all this taken care of.
I'm gonna ask for something. Go ahead. Sorry, Whitney.
Chia seed pudding.
Sure.
I'd like something hearty and something that will help me with my energy.
Okay.
Like what?
Well, the first thing they will do is bring you a cup of coffee.
Nice. Maybe a big scoop of taurine.
So you guys can have your meal. After a couple of hours, you will get a message from Petrus informing the 5 of you that they have approved the contract. Things operate quickly with the right people connected with each other. He'll explain. And that each of you, that you can place an order as soon as you want. It will take some time, and they'll have to set a delivery destination.
Okay.
They do understand that they can't necessarily deliver it to the location listed because you may not be able to take receipt of it. So you may set another location as the delivery location in the meantime.
I would say Tom's house.
The P.O. box that we're about to go set up.
Can we just stand on some Vinny's house and tell him we're getting a shipment there and to go fuck off if we give him 10 silver?
Maybe.
You guys just want to do that? Just use a Vinny's place nearby?
Didn't we have access to a Vinny's place?
Yeah, we have a gang.
No, we're not using that gang. Remember, they fucked us.
Those fucking guys. Okay, we do have access to a Vinny's place, yeah.
I seem to remember us having, like, a guy he left.
You talking about the guy who lived next door to the guy who wanted his shirt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't
that we know that place is empty.
what was his name? He had a great name.
I don't remember where it is. That is
Brabantia.
that is deep in my notes.
Anyway, so yeah, we got access to his place, and he knew where to get good shirts. We'll use that then.
Huh?
I don't remember that guy at all.
Oh, I kept asking him where he got his shirts from.
I still want a shirt.
You never got a shirt, huh, Gal? Fiend?
No. He ended up being a demon. And we had to kill
Yeah,
him.
Gaspari, but that's the guy who was the second command of the street guineas.
Correct.
This guy was 6-7 months ago.
Yeah,
it's been a
was
long
when we
while.
were looking for the shop for the dude.
Yep.
So it was like, yeah, it was.
But the
before that.
guy had basically like left his house behind because he was basically facing down like his life being over, and so we went to find a
and
new
we
identity.
gave him money. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave him money to get out of Dodge.
Technically, I think you gave him money for something else, and then when you came to find him, he wasn't there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah,
I gave him
that
money to
place
go to
place is open. I mean, nobody has claimed the house yet, so.
So there you go.
All right, there we go.
Okay. So you'll set up that arrangement. You guys will need to put down some money for the wine.
Okay.
Or for the alcohol. About how much money are you planning to invest in it?
Appraise. How much should I?
This is really I'm gonna have the accountant give a roll here.
Ooh, good job, accountant.
So the accountant informs you that normally when you're starting up a business and you're trying to put together the right amount of alcohol, if you're going to do something high end, you're probably going to want to have about 300 to 500 gold, or 30 to 50 platinum, but everything here happens to be in gold. In your initial investment in the high end stuff, with a little bit on the middle liquor side, but obviously I don't know how much you're telling Petrus, how honest you're being with Petrus versus how much you're just giving him the minimum necessary.
Aren't you always honest with your accountant, even though it could bite you in the ass? It's always better to have. I mean, that seems to be what goes on in mafia movies. The accountant seems to be the only one that knows everything.
Is that how the party's going to treat this?
Just telling him everything?
Well,
He signed an NDA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. In for a penny.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, did we look enough into his background to know he's not secretly a demon or a devil?
no, we didn't.
So maybe we should hold back until we can check that. We need him to come in and check if he's a demon or a devil.
How would we do that?
I don't know. There's got to be some sort of test for that, right?
I mean, you can hire people to look into people's background. But Petrus is a well-renowned accountant.
Let's trust.
I say trust him. And
All right, but if he's a
it
demon
turns out
or a
he's a-
devil, it's on you guys.
Okay.
I think that would be a great plot development. You know what
So
I mean?
yeah, so Petrus will inform you that, like, you know, considering you don't have middle price liquors to deal with in this case, you don't have to go through a secondary vendor for that. That should be like a no difficulty thing here. It just depends on how much you're trying to sell the company on believing you. You know, the less money you spend, the more likely they might be to think that maybe you're not worth it as much, and they might not send you everything. You might actually get way less, so you could, by cutting yourself under, get yourself not having to pay as much. But at the same time, you might send some red flags out. They might not even be willing to set up the delivery in the first place. Some of these places have, like, secret minimums that they don't tell you about.
To determine whether or not you're for real, right?
Correct. If you
That's
make too
just,
small an order, they'll just kind of say, like, we don't really think that this is going to be a legit operation. This is just somebody trying to get liquor on the cheap and is willing to invest, like, you know, a good portion of gold here. Probably some wealthy person that just wants to buy all of his liquor at half to quarter price.
Yeah. What race is Petrus again?
Petrus is a dwarf.
Wow, so...
Got him. Now we know he's not a demon or... No.
Well, I was thinking like a dwarf would know his booze, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that sounds good. I'm all about it.
Okay.
And if worst comes to worst, we can take all this booze and open up an actual bar.
So what do you say, 400?
Between 300 and 500.
Okay.
So how much do you guys want to spend?
I mean, we should probably just do the 500 to be safe, right?
I say 600, and then we could buy some like hors d'oeuvre thing.
Well, this is high-end liquor only.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, you
400
have-
seems good.
Salty dishes, that way they drink more.
You just need peanuts.
It's peanuts high
Yes,
ender.
peanuts and wine.
Mmm.
So I'm in a
A
high-end
nice
restaurant.
peanut grigio, if you will.
Whenever-
Yo.
whenever we're in a nice restaurant, yes. Could you bring me some peanuts to go with my wine?
They clear
What
the
do you
palate.
suggest, Mr. Classy?
Cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow,
that's
yeah,
expensive.
that is
High-end cheese.
that is what they serve. Yeah. Okay,
No, peanut. Let's get peanut flavored cheese.
I want to try that now. I want to try that now. Peanut flavored cheese.
Yeah, make sure you spell it correctly.
All right, so is 400 the number you're going with, or
No.
5
we should
or
go
6?
with 500, right?
I say, so we want to do the maximum amount on the liquor, and then if we're gonna do the cheese thing, you know.
Yeah, but we don't get that from these guys, right?
No, we have to go. to a
that would be
proper
done separately.
monger. Yeah.
Yeah, so 500 for these guys, and then we'll look at 100 in cheese.
Yeah.
Or 5,000 for these guys, and 1,000 for cheese.
Oh no, it's why are you saying 1,000? It's 500. Are you gonna buy $5,000 in high-end liquor?
Yep, and then 1,000 in cheese.
What? No, the cheese has got to be more expensive. Price cheese?
we get 500 in liquor and 1,000 in cheese.
They're
Sure,
rolling in like 6-foot-tall cheese wheels.
That would create some neat ambiance.
It would actually.
We don't sit in chairs. Tables are actually made out of cheese wheel.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds like something that probably exists in the GPPF.
Oh, I wish.
Alright, yeah, 500 and then 100 on cheese.
Everybody agreed?
Yes.
What was that number again?
500 GP.
GP on the wine?
Yeah. And how are you guys splitting it?
Do we not have money in our
100
group
each,
fund?
right?
You do not have any money in your group fund yet.
100 each.
I don't think. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me
that's
double
fine.
check. Let me make sure. There is 0 money in the group fund.
Yeah, we just got
Alright.
the guy in the session before last, and we haven't done anything.
Yep.
really.
So what are we doing? We're taking away.
100 gold each, and then whenever we go get the cheese,
Well,
it'll be 25.
This is the group fund at this point. Instead of just putting in 500 gold into the group fund, maybe we should actually pony up some of your. I'm thinking 200 to 300 per person, just so there's actual money in that fund.
Okay.
Can I give it to you
Okay.
in copper pieces?
You have no gold.
I do, but I have a ton of copper pieces.
So this is a reminder that I have to give people, and this is actually a law that that Tom missed out on one session. It was one of the few knowledge law checks he's failed, but since then, this has actually come up in the game. If you have gold that you can exchange in a transaction, gold must be prioritized, even over platinum and gems.
So even if I'm just giving it to the party fund?
That's a gray area because it's your own money. So you can reinvest your money however you want.
How much gold am I handing over?
I don't know. The whole party needs to be in agreement about this.
I'm
Why
saying
don't we
like
do 300?
300 apiece. Put it in the group fund to get it started, so we've actually got money in that fund.
All right, and
And then
goes
everybody
to-
type out in chat how they're giving me that money so I can put it in the group fund correctly.
What do you mean? Just like 300 gold?
If you're giving 300 gold, or if you're giving X copper, or some silver, some copper. Okay.
Which group chat? And the one on
The
Roll20?
one on Roll20. Okay, so everybody is. Looks like most people are giving gold.
Yeah.
Should we diversify it?
You don't necessarily have. That's not.
He just stuck his hands in a group.
Everybody loves like that whole. Look at all the things I can do with the non-characters.
I mean, to be fair, I've done it like 5 times, and Ryan's done it like once.
Okay,
so it's
so
usually
Megan's
just
handing
me.
So 12 and 30. Okay. And then out of that, 500 will be spent towards the liquor. Petrus gets all that set up. And you will have a delivery date set for the 27th. So that is 2 days out.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm enjoying that 300 fire camps. It's way too much.
Alright, and that is where we will stop for the evening.
How many days are in a month?
30. Always 30.
Okay.
You don't have 30,000 copper.
I'm confused, because 7 days is the 5th.
Nope, not 7 days. There are 10 days in a week.
The soonest that the temple could investigate would be 7 days, which you said was the 5th. But
Correct.
2 days from now is the 27th.
Yes.
Now I'm lost.
So today is the 25th. In 2 days it's the 27th. And the
So in
and the soonest that the soonest that,
7 days would be the 2nd, not the 5th.
I did correct myself afterwards. I first said the 5th and then I corrected it to the 2nd.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yes. Because I realized that 10 is the maximum number of days.
We gonna get some XP, sir?
You are indeed.
Can I have some more?
For setting up the contact with the liquor company, that is going to get you all 500 XP. Everybody can take 200 for role playing.
Yeah.
And everybody can take 200 fire damage.
Nice.
Nope.
And Harcourt and Pax can take 100 XP for the recap.
Wait, are we actually getting 200 for the fire thing or no?
No, unless you want 200 fire damage, it's 200 fire damage that you're taking.
That's what he did say. He did say
The horrible enemy.
No,
Of
no,
the
he did not.
disgusting looking dresses.
And everybody can also
I killed the
take,
fire.
Each of you can also take another 100 XP for the encounter.
I killed the fire. Do I get XP for that?
No.
Oh, she should.
You didn't lose the building. That's your XP. So the party fund now has... Bring that back up. I had it open and then I closed it. The Epic Ink Fund has 700 gold and 30 platinum. After the 500 was spent on the liquor. You will have to follow up on a cheesemonger later in a trip to the GPPF.
Epic Ink sounds like a print store.
Picking. Pick.
All right.
Are we all here next week?
I don't know. Are people available for next week?
I am not available for next week. I'm sorry. Bad.
Okay.
I will have had class for 7 hours, but I will be here.
Now that it's probably not for because last time we tried to do that when you had class afterwards, it was not so good.
I was dead.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we will plan for the next week after that would be the 1st. How's everybody for the 1st?
1st is fantastic.
I don't have my schedule yet, so
Well,
I can't
obviously.
say for sure.
But you can update me if anything changes there. James?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Michelle? All
Are you
right.
sure you don't want to do a session without me and Charles?
Nope.
Why?
Because there is a lot that's going to go on over the next couple of sessions.
There could be individual characters.
Well, to be fair, we're gonna be in the cheese store for a few hours in our next session. Is my guess.
Yes,
You gotta
and
pick up
I
the
definitely,
That's really
I
what-
actually definitely want at the very least PAX to be there. If in theory, Whitney, we're doing okay, and you guys actually want to do the cheese store trip, technically Meg can't go because Meg is from the GPPF and is still orphaned from there.
What if we plan to do it, but just do a shorter, like plan to do like an hour and a half or 2 hours?
That's probably fine.
I could do
I
that.
can
Okay.
have someone else go on my shopping trip as well.
Okay. Do you actually have a shopping trip you want to do separately?
No, I need to send someone into Rorik.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. So actually, you could have Meg do that. And so we could have, that would give Meg something to do as a separate instance while you guys finish that up. So we can do that for Meg when, and that will explain another reason that Meg is not with the party during the cheesemonger thing.
Sucking Mag.
So, okay, cool. Then we will do that next week.
All right.
So next week we're cheesing.
Next week you're cheesing.
Yep.
Cheesing it.
Mm.
All right, exciting roleplay experiences as the party goes cheese shopping.
Yeah.
If this
Better
were,
do that.
I am a
better
little
do that
disappointed
cheese
because
research.
if this was in person, I would actually get cheese plates together.
I just want to say that this is just the saddest moment, not because I can't be here, because my character literally cannot go and buy cheese, which seems like a thing Meg would really be all about.
Yep.
I mean, you could send me cheese.
That's true.
What I think will be interesting is the role playing afterwards when Meg is like, "You guys got Fontina? What the hell are you doing? It doesn't pair at all with wine."
We're
You know
gonna
what?
get the Gouda, because that's what got him.
Nice. I'm putting a point in knowledge cheese.
Profession cheesemonger.
There we go. That's my profession now.
Once the
Okay.
party brings back that disgusting, the disgustingly wrong cheeses.
Yes, I'm just gonna
Peanut
be like,
flavored cheese.
Yeah. A peanut grigio cheese.
oh god.
A greasy peanut cheese.
You're pairing Havarti with wine?
Not just regular Havarti, dill Havarti.
Oh my god.
They said I could have it with something called a rosé.
Ugh. Good on sandwiches.
It is very good on sandwiches. It is one of the best sandwich cheeses.
Good night.
Good night.
I would agree. Steve, we'll finish this sandwich cheese conversation on Tuesday. It's
Indeed,
important.
we will.
Okay.
Oh God.